So, hello everybody. Happy Thursday. I'm so excited to get to do this topic with you guys tonight, and I just think it's so good because truthfully, like when I first started this business, it's so funny. I was just having a conversation with one of my girls today, that when I started this business, I way overcomplicated this in my mind. And so Jade and we went to high school together. I didn't know her that well personally, but I knew of her and I knew that she was this normal human being. So when Jade used to tell me what I needed to do daily to build my business, I was like, that's too simple. Like, there's no way that actually works. She was a diamond. She went like diamond and double diamond right after I got started, which is so funny. Like, she's an ambassador and top 10 income earner now. But yeah, so when she was telling me what to do, I was like, that's too simple. There's no way that works. So I went off and did my own thing, and it was this super complicated thing, and it was not time efficient. It was not effective. I was barely signing customers. I wasn't really signing distributors. But then I started looking at the people who were enrolling. I saw the people getting shouted out on the team page for enrolling customers. I saw them getting shouted out for enrolling distributors. I saw them welcoming new distributors. I saw them getting shouted out for promoting. And I went, what the heck are these people doing that I'm not doing that's making them so successful? And I was just looking for that secret sauce. So I reached out to these girls who were doing these great things, who were doing the things that I wanted to be doing in my business, who were just a couple of steps ahead of me, but doing the things and getting the results. And I said, what are you doing? And they said, I'm doing exactly what Jade tells me to do. I'm posting, I'm messaging, I'm following up, I'm growing my network. And these are the things that I'm saying. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's really that simple. So all of these girls are going to be hopping on here tonight and sharing with you guys what they're doing to be enrolling 10 plus customers per week, which is just so exciting. How many of you guys, drop a 1 in the chat below if you want to enroll 10 or more customers a week? I do. Heck yes. Yes, exactly. So it's so cool because all of these girls, they're going to tell you what they do. And it's so, so simple. And it's literally the stuff that all of us leaders are telling you guys to do. But you're just, there's just it's just about consistency. It's about consistency, and it's about keeping it simple and just doing it over and over and over again and giving it time to get you the results that you're looking for. So yeah, I'm going to start with Andrea and let her just share with you. First of all, Andrea, can you just tell everybody who you are, where you're from, your rank, and why you got started in this business?
Yeah. Hey guys, so my name is Andrea. I live in a little town. It's literally our population is 20,000 in Washington State. And I am Ruby. And why I got started. So when I got started, I actually started when we had this last February, and it was $20 to sign up. And a girl, and obviously my enroller, reached out to me, and I went to high school with her, and I had already kind of seen her posting, but I never reached out to her. And I kind of was thinking about doing some of the products that she was posting about, but it was kind of awkward, I felt so I just never reached out. And then so when she reached out, she initially reached out about the business. And so when I asked her how much the products were with the deal that was going on, I'm like, okay, it's cheaper to enroll and I'll still get the discount anyways. So that's really why I signed up as a distributor to start off with. And I had already kind of started my own weight loss journey. And I had successfully lost weight. So this I feel just added, and I got faster results.
Yes, that's awesome. I love hearing that because I know a lot of people who are I joined just because I wanted the products, and then I realized that I could make money here. So why not? So guys, never discount anybody. If somebody is willing to sign up as a distributor, sign them up, because once you get them in the pages and you get them plugged in and they start to kind of catch the vision, you have no idea what somebody might be capable of. So never ever assume that somebody will or won't, or prejudge anybody if they would be interested or if they would be good at this. Just offer it to everybody, because you never know. You never know who could use this or who would just take this and run with it. So I'm so sorry. I said Andrea. Um,
No, you're good.
I'm the worst. So, okay, can you, because I love to, so you signed, it was a year ago, February.
Yeah.
And then you really just like came alive in the last couple of months and like really started to take off in the last couple of weeks. And I'm very, very proud of you. And I love that because I know there's so many people who are kind of sitting on the sidelines in this business and they feel like they're behind and they're like, how do I jump in and catch up? Because like I've just been sitting on this opportunity for so long. How do I flip that switch? So can you talk about like what it is that made you flip that switch, that made you go, okay, enough is enough. We're doing this.
So when I signed up, we had the bonuses as well. And when I initially signed up and I found out about the bonuses last February, I told myself, okay, like I'm going to go for it, but I wasn't all in. Obviously, like my mindset was not there. I had a lot of self-doubt about my own, like abilities and capabilities, just a lot of self-development that needed to be done within myself. And so I went Ruby though in my first 45 days. And then when I got it, like I was happy about it, but at the same time, I feel like I basically was like, okay, like I'm content with it. I'm comfortable with just that amount of income. Like I couldn't fathom making anything more in reality. So I kind of just stayed there and I kept posting to my stories and to my timeline, but I was not messaging. I stopped messaging people after I hit Ruby. So then I slowly worked myself back down to executive. Then I went back down to distributor. And it was just going like that back and forth. And then when I got on the family call the 1st of May, and they said, hey, by the way, you can still earn that $15,000 bonus if you hit diamond, even if you've been here past your 90 days. I'm like, okay, this is like God's sign to me that like this is my time, because I kept telling myself after my 90 days that I kept like kicking myself in the butt. I'm like, man, if I would have gone all in, like I would have got that bonus. I kept telling myself that, but obviously like there was nothing that, I could have done at that point because I was past my 90 days. So then, like I said, I got on that family call, which I hadn't been on one, I'm not even gonna lie, for like months. And so I got on, and so when they said that, I'm like, okay, literally, like, there's no excuses. Like, what's the worst that can happen is I'm just gonna grow my check, even if I don't get that bonus. Like, that was like my mindset. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go all in, and I have been. I think I'm at like 16 loyal customers now for the month. And I've been using a host-to-post tracker. I know, Sarah, you sent out a different one, and I've looked at it, but this is like, if you guys can see that, it was like the original one that first came out. That's what I've been using. So my goal has been since May 1st to get at least 10 host-to-post up daily. What I feel has worked for my own schedule is I send out those messages in the morning. And after I've sent those scripts out to at least 10 people, so they've already agreed to post, then I start doing other stuff. And then that way, I love the host to post tracker because I feel like it keeps me organized. And then I'm not having to like scroll through my messages because I have the names written down of who those people that I've already given the script to. So if they haven't posted, then I can just go to them and say, hey, let me know once you posted so I can get you entered. So I'm not having to scroll through all these messages. I feel like it's definitely been a time saver for me. And then, what was the other thing? Oh, I don't know if everybody knows this because I feel like I just literally found this out because again, I've missed so many trainings because I've watched previous trainings and they've talked about this, but because I hadn't been getting on, you can do collections. You can save it, which has been freaking amazing. Like, so when somebody like actually tags you, depending on your settings, it comes to your timeline review. There's 3 little dots to the right of that on your timeline, or you actually have to click that person's profile and go to the actual original post. There's 3 little dots there to the right. You click it and it says save post. So when you click that save post, you can then build a collection. So now I'm literally like going back and making sure I didn't miss anybody, instead of, again, having to like scroll through all these messages of people that have already posted for me. So I definitely feel like it's been also like more time efficient to be organized.
Yeah. So the wording that you're using, are you literally just using the wording that's in the Amazon gift card giveaway post in the
I am, yes.
page?
I literally just change emojis. That's about it.
Mm-hmm. Guys, it works. I promise you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that. And I love this company that they always have something for everyone. It's not just new people coming in. They also have something for like the loyal people who are still here and maybe like the timing was just off. And they want to give you something that you can go, you know what? Yes, I'm going to jump right in and I'm going to run for that. Because you guys, when I got started in this business, there was a bonus for going diamond in your first 3 months, just like there is now. And I counted myself out. I was like, I don't see how I'm ever going to do that. And there were people who were earning that bonus. So I knew it was possible, but I just didn't see me as doing that. I didn't see me as that person. I thought those people were unicorns. And I just like wasn't mentally prepared for that. I hadn't done the personal development. Like me, the Sarah that I was when I started this business was not capable of going diamond in 3 months. But I grew and I learned, and I said, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm going to do what I can along the way. And I just like slowly got plugged in, slowly got closer and closer to the fire. I listened to other people's success stories, and I just kept hearing normal human being after normal human being talking about how they went from, a person just like me to where they are now. And eventually it was my 8th month in the business that they opened the bonuses back up, and they said, even if you've been here like for a long time, you can get these bonuses if you hit this rank for the first time. And I didn't hit it that month, but I started pushing for it again. And it was 3 months later, they just kept extending it and extending it and extending it, that I finally hit that rank, and there was still a bonus attached to it. But like, I was prepared to do it even without a bonus, because I just wanted to be a diamond so bad. But like, it's so cool. And truly, like, you guys, no matter where you're at in this business, whether you've been here for a long time and you counted yourself out, or you've been here for 5 minutes and you're starting to count yourself out, like, you can just snap your fingers and make the decision, like, nope, I'm doing this. I'm just going to do the things that my leaders are telling me. I'm going to trust that it works, and I'm going to do it consistently so that I can actually get results. So you're using the tracker, you're following the wording, and you're just being consistent about it and being intentional about it. So everybody that you write down, you have their names right there, and you're like following up with them that day, right?
Yep.
Yep. That's simple, guys. Okay. So, I guess, oops, hold on. Okay. Sorry. So I'm gonna let you like be done, but is there any like last minute pieces of advice? Like, if you just had one more minute to share something, some little nugget with everybody on here, what do you have?
I definitely think if you're already not doing self-development, you guys, when I started this business, when I would hop on the trainings and people would talk about self-development, and I watched like a couple of podcasts, and I'm like, what is this? Like, this is not for me. But you literally need to find like a podcast or a book that you can relate to. And it's a freaking game changer. Like, it literally makes you think and believe that you can do anything in this world. And literally, like, mindset is so, so powerful. So like, even like now with my new distributors that I enroll, like, that's like one of the first pieces. And once they start talking to me about, some of their self-doubts, I'm like, throw some self-development in that, because it's a game changer.
Yeah, 100%. Like, when I realized that I came into this business and I went, you know what? I think I'm the problem. I think I'm the reason why I'm not where I want to be. And it's not my skills. It's not my lack of skills. It's not my lack of effort. It is like my mindset about it. And 80% of this business is mindset. Like, the other 20% is the action that you put in. So, because if you're doing the action, but you don't believe that you're capable or that you're worthy or that like this is moving you towards anything, then you're not going to get the results that you want. So yeah, 100% self-development is so important. We come to this business with so much baggage and self-limiting beliefs, and like so many things that like society has shaped us into this weird negative person full of fear and doubt. And when you start doing personal development, you work through those limiting beliefs, and you never get to a point where you're like, cool, I'm perfect now. Like, I'm all done. We're always self-developing, but it's to take you to that next level. So if you feel yourself stuck, it is because you are holding yourself there. And if you start doing personal development, you are going to unlock that piece of yourself where you can just like take yourself to that next level. And that's exactly right. So thank you so much for sharing. I'm so pumped for you. Going emerald this month, going diamond, like so exciting. Okay. Bye, Andrea.
Bye.
And then, okay, so let's find, I'm gonna see. Okay, Shelby, I'm gonna unmute you and you can go. Okay, hi Shelby, can you tell everybody just who you are, where you're from, when you got started, and like just a little bit about your story?
Yeah, okay. So my name is Shelby. I am 27 and I am from upstate New York and I am a diamond leader. And I actually got started in the business. It'll be 3 years next month, which is like crazy that it's been 3 years already. So before I got started in the business, I was a new stay-at-home mom and I was looking at having to go back to work. And I did not want to have to go back to work and hand over my newborn. And I saw this girl that I went to high school with posting on Facebook about how she was making an extra couple $100 a month staying home with her kid. So I reached out to her. I actually messaged my enroller. She did message me and I asked her questions and I like stalked her every post. I would ignore every follow-up she sent me. And then finally one day, like 3 months later, I messaged her and I was like, okay, how much is it to get started? Like I have my credit card in my hand, let's go. And I signed up that day and I immediately got to work. I earned my $100 shopping spree in 24 hours. I went executive in my first 30 days and Ruby in my first 60 days. And then after I went Ruby, I kind of hit this place like Andrea mentioned where I got stuck. And the reason that I got stuck was because I stopped plugging in, I stopped getting on trainings, and I stopped like coaching my team. I just started expecting them to know like what I knew, and it wasn't working. And so as soon as I started getting plugged back in again, that was when everything changed. And there was actually a $5,000 emerald bonus on the table, but actually no, the bonus wasn't on the table yet. Sorry. So was pushing for emerald, and I actually missed it by like just a couple hundred BV at the end of the month. And I remember being devastated. And at this time, I was actually headed to conference. And when we were there, they announced the next day a $5,000 bonus if you went emerald. And I was like, oh my God, this is why I missed it. Everything falls like into place for a reason. And so I just jumped in like back into my business. Literally, I walked out of conference and I started calling my distributors on the phone instead of just like messaging them, but I was calling them one-on-one. And I was like, hey, even if they were just a 400 box the last month, I was like, you're going Ruby this month. Like, are you ready? Like, we are doing this. We are making this happen. And I locked arms with my team. And then it was like a year after I went from emerald to diamond. I sat at emerald for about a year before I finally went diamond. I like Denise Walsh, she said she promoted once a year for 8 years, all the way her way up to black diamond. So if it takes me once a year, all the way for 8 years to go black diamond, that's perfectly fine with me. But it took me about a year to go from emerald to diamond. And once again, it was because different like life happened to my team. I had some teammates that had quit. I had other teammates that like stopped being interested or they stopped responding to me. And I took it so personally and I stopped enrolling and I stopped coaching my team. Like I stopped believing in them because they stopped believing in themselves. And it was literally getting plugged back in again, doing the self-development. And that is what changes everything. And this month has been like my highest month for enrollments in the entire 3 years I've been in this business. And I have been a top enroller for almost the entire 3 years. And what really changed for me is at the end of April, I plugged into a Show Me the Money call. And there was somebody on there and she was saying how her business is like running a store. And if she's not having at least 10 people come into her store every day being interested in buying her products, then her store sucks. And just hearing that on a Show Me the Money call, I was like, oh my God, if this girl can enroll 10 new customers every single day, I can at least enroll one. I can at least have enough conversations and get enough post up where I'm enrolling at least one. And guys, I've enrolled at least one customer every single day this entire month. Like it is amazing what can happen. And it's all from post to posts, getting 10 up a day consistently, saving them to the collections, like Andrea mentioned as well. So this way you can quickly go back and boost them. I boost all my hosted posts with before and after photos. I will go back and be like, 2 spots claimed. I only have 1 left. Anytime we have promos, I'll be like, oh my gosh, the first 3 to order are going to get free shipping, so I can hype it up and get their order above $99 to get them free shipping. Just being super, super excited is like the biggest thing. And getting plugged in and being consistent, and that is what has always taken me to the next level. And anytime that I felt like I can't reach that next level, it's because I have held myself back and I hadn't been doing the things that I knew I should have been doing, by getting plugged into the trainings, by getting on all of the calls, by getting up my host to post every single day. And there's some days where I don't want to get my 10 up, but I will lay in bed and like keep my eyeballs open until it happens. And that is why I'm mass enrolling, because I'm not just doing it one day, I'm doing it every single day.
Yes. Yep. And like, it gets back to that personal development thing. And you guys, you don't have to do this alone. You don't have to do this business alone. If you stay plugged in, it just constantly like recasts that vision for you. Like, okay, she can do it. Like, it just keeps your putt going, where like, because this business, it can be emotional, like dealing with the rejection and dealing with the people that you are around daily, your spouse, your parents, your friends who are outside of this business and they don't get it. Being around that can be draining and it can suck the belief out of you. So if you aren't like refilling your cup every single day and plugging into as many trainings as you can get plugged in on, you are going to lose that belief in yourself, and you're going to lose your putt. And if you lose your putt, then you just like fall off the wagon, and it's even harder to get back on. So like, you want to get into that rhythm and you just want to stay on it. And like, personal development is like taking medicine. Like, if you take medicine, the medicine is working so you feel better, right? So you don't stop taking the medicine because you feel better. It was because of the medicine that you were feeling better. So you have to keep fueling your body and filling your body with the stuff that makes it feel good. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. So Shelby, are you just using the wording that's in the Amazon gift card giveaway post?
Yes, and to keep it like super simple and really fast, I literally save it to my text replacement. So this way I don't even have to think about it. I don't have to hop back and forth between apps. And like super, super fast, when somebody comments like on my post, when I post about the giveaway, I'll just reply and be like, messaging you, and then I just type in enter and it'll pop up the like enter message, like how to get entered. And then I have my host to post saved, and just my whole conversation is saved in text replacement, basically. So if you don't have an iPhone, I don't know what app there is, but there's something like text replacement. I think it's called like Wordboard or something like that, where you can save your entire conversation. So this way you can just type in like host to post 1, host to post 2, host to post 3, host to post 4, and there's your whole conversation. You don't have to remember what to say. You just remember 1, 2, 3, 4, and it literally seals the deal. And then I follow up meticulously with people. So if we discussed the price and they said, okay, I am going to be back in their inbox like 3 times later that day to be like, hey, did you order in? Are you ready? I can grab your info. Do you want me to send you a shopping cart? What's easier for you? And then if they don't answer, I'll message them back a couple hours later and be like, oh my God, I am so excited for you. I just helped Susan get her order in. I've only got 1 spot left. Do you want it? And even if I didn't just help Susan get her order in, it just builds that hype. And people are like, oh yeah, I want to. And it really seals the deal. I don't wait until Friday to do my follow-ups. Of course, on Friday, I do like my massive follow-ups, but I'm checking in with people before then. If I had a conversation with somebody on Monday and they said that they were interested and they're ready to order, I'm not going to wait till Friday to check back in. I'm checking in Monday night, Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night. I'll probably check in again on Wednesday, and then like I'll push it out till Friday. But I really follow up with people, and that's where most of my enrollments come in, is by following up with that conversation. And nobody has ever told me that I'm being pushy or that I'm bothering them. I've never had somebody be like, why do you keep asking? Everyone's like, oh my God, thank you so much. I've been so busy at work. I'm so glad you remembered me. And it's like, yeah, of course. Let's go.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because I was literally about to ask you that. Guys, drop a 1 in the chat right now if you have ever been worried about being pushy or annoying by following up with people. Drop a 2 if it prevents you from following up with people consistently. Let's see who's being honest. Okay, we've got some people who are not following up with people because they're afraid of being pushy or annoying. Okay, you guys, we are doing a service for people. How often do you text your mom back immediately after she texts you? Like, it takes me 3 days to text my mom back. Like, and if she really wanted to hear from me, I'd be like, Mom, text me again. Sorry, I got distracted. Sleep on my wall. Like, that's what 99% of the people that we are talking to are dealing with in the background. They have their own stuff going on. So, yeah, if I sound like a robot. Am I sounding weird? Shoot. I'm good now. Okay. So yeah, like I'm gonna tell this story, you guys. There was actually, it's been like 2 or 3 different times, but one time I had a girl talk to me on Facebook about ordering eyeliner from her. Okay, so it was for her makeup company. She talked to me about ordering eyeliner from her, and I said, I am all set for eyeliner right now, but like in 2 months I might need some more eyeliner, so like, can you check in with me then? And that was me even saying, like, check in with me at that point. Like, I made it really easy for her, and you know what? I never heard from her, and I forgot her name, and she wasn't posting on her social media every day. So hold on a second, I'm gonna mute everybody. Turn off. Okay. So yeah, I can't remember what I was saying. Like, she never followed up with me. I couldn't remember her name. She wasn't posting on social media. So I just ended up like finding the next random makeup girl that I could find to buy eyeliner from her. So somebody else sealed the deal on this girl's seed that she planted. So that's why it's so important to follow up. And I was like, I'm interested, dude. Like, where are you? I'm here to buy the eyeliner. So I talk to people every single day about the business, about the products, and I follow up with them religiously. And it's just like, as we're having the conversation, if they read my last message and don't respond, I'm saying, did you get my message? And if they still don't respond to that, but they read it, I'm saying, are you still there? Or is there a better time that we can chat about this? And if they still don't respond, then at that point, I might pull out the big guns of saying, like, I'm so sorry. Did I say something to offend you or like upset you or something? And then they're usually like, no, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. My kid just Sharpied all over my wall, but I'm free to talk now. So like, it's usually something like that. So you guys, you've got to stop like projecting your own fears on people, because it's not the truth. People are interested and they want what we have, and they need somebody to like stick with them long enough so that they can actually get their order in. Sometimes I heard Andrea told me the other day, or Andrea told us the other day, she's like, I'm frozen now. Okay. Andrea told me the other day that she signed this customer, and she said after 6 days of trying to get this lady to order. And there's so many times that I will have somebody who says, yeah, I'm in, and I tell them how to order. Like, I'm supposed to be walking them through ordering, and they don't order. So then like that night it's, hey, did you get that in? Hey, are you free right now? I can walk you through ordering. Hey, are we ready to do this? Blah, blah. And it's just like every single day. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm doing it now. And then still nothing. And it just keeps going. And it might be like a couple of hours. It might be a couple of days. It might be a couple of weeks of every day. Like, hey, we doing this? Today, the day that we're finally getting you signed up. Like, they don't care. If people aren't interested, they will say, no, thank you. I'm not interested. Like, if they're just ignoring you, they're busy. That's it. Okay. So, Shelby, I'm gonna like pretty much let you go, but this was all really, really awesome. Do you have like one last tidbit that you want to leave everybody with?
Just with following up, make sure you're following up with your customers. Like, as soon as they get their order in, make sure you're checking in with them every month, and then beyond their 3 months. Guys, I've had customers that have ordered every single month for over a year, and that volume stays for over a year. And then the people who are really good, loyal customers like that, they become really good distributors. So make sure that you're taking care of your loyal customers and that it's not just a quick sale for you to fill a box. Make sure you're checking in with them, making sure they like their products. And then you can always upsell them too for their second auto ship. Like the first time they get Thermophyte and you're like, oh my God, you're loving it. You're getting good results. You want better results. You need the cleanse, and you also need the skinny brew. And then like you can get them to add more on too. So I always upsell my loyal customers for months 2 and 3 as well.
Yeah. So what I do, well, number one, as soon as you enroll a customer, they get into your Connect app automatically. But like if you're enrolling them on your distributors' websites to help them get their shopping sprees, they're not going to show up in your Connect app. So you have to actually make a contact for them. But every single time I sign a customer, I immediately make sure that they're in my Connect app, and I have it broken down by month. So it's like Elsie's May 2020, Elsie's April 2020, Elsie's March 2020. And that way I know all of the people that I need to be following up with really, really consistently that are still in their first 3 months. And then I also have a paper tracker. So I have just a paper, I just like printed it off from Excel or Numbers or whatever. That's just their name, their enrollment date. And then I have like check marks for their month 1, month 2, month 3 follow-up, and then their month 4 follow-up for like after they're done with their 3 months. And then beyond that, I'm pretty much mostly following up with them about like deals that we have every single month. But if you can keep a tracker for every month's enrollments, it's not super difficult. And you just take like 1 day a month to work your way down that tracker and check in with all of those people. So I don't know if you have like a similar system to that or what you do.
Yeah, I use a paper tracker to keep track of all of them. And then on the 25th, I always go through and I just check in with all of my loyal customers. I use the Connect app. So whether they're in their first 3 months or beyond, I'll just check in with them, because on the 25th, that's when I know where I need volume. So by checking in with my customers, I'm like, hey, this is whatever promo we have going on. Or even if I'm like, hey, you haven't got the hair, skin, and nails in like 3 months, like I'm sure you need it again, let's go. And just check in with them to get extra orders in. Like, don't ever count out your old loyal customers for like future promotions and stuff like that. Like they can help make huge differences.
Yes,
just by being consistent and being on top of them.
Yeah. And like something that changed my mindset about it was thinking about in being intentional about making sure that your customers get good results just as much as you would be intentional about helping a new distributor be successful in this business. Like you have to take your customers that seriously and take their care and their follow-up and their happiness with their products that seriously. And it doesn't need to be a daily thing. Like it can be every other week or once a month. And then like Shelby said, at the end of the month for like volume boosting stuff. And the company, like we do promos, we release new products all the time. Like there's always a reason to follow up with your customers about the stuff that we have going on. So that's really, really good, because like if you take care of your customers and you can keep them ordering for longer than 90 days, then that's just going to keep you getting paid on those orders. And that's nothing but good for you guys. And make sure you add all of your customers to the official VIP customer lounge every time you enroll them, because we have these videos together for all of the different product groupings so that people can upsell. I mean, I signed a customer for a couple of products. I added her to that page. She started watching the other videos. She's like, oh my gosh, you have lash serum? Like, can I get that? And she ended up ordering lash serum because she didn't even know some of the stuff that we had. So, okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Shelby. So, last person is Heather. Let me see if I can find Heather on here. I can't. Heather, are you under your name on here? Heather, can you message me in the chat so that I can find you and unmute you? Oh, that's you? Okay. Got it. Okay. All right.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Okay. So Heather, can you just tell everybody who you are, where you're from, your rank, and like just a little bit about your story, why you got started in this business?
Yes. Okay. So I'm Heather Dame, and I am from Jamestown, PA. I started this business. I think I started in August. Yeah, I started in August, and I started because we needed the extra money. I'm a caregiver. I was a caregiver, and the money just wasn't it wasn't always guaranteed. So I knew that if I, did something like this, like I seen it on my leader's page and other people's page that I looked at from her page, and I know this is it was a real thing. Was I skeptical at first? Sure was, but it's real, guys. My rank is I'm Ruby. I'm going diamond this month. No ands, if, or buts. Did I answer all those questions?
Yeah. So one thing that I love, I don't know if you're okay with like me sharing this, but like
Yeah.
your first couple of months in the business, I feel like you were kind of like going through the motions, like not really sure of what you wanted to do with this and how seriously you wanted to take it or anything. And then one day it was like a switch flipped. And especially just in the last couple of weeks, really, I've just seen you been like boom, 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 signing customers like crazy. So can you just talk a little bit about like where that shift happened and like what that looked like for you to take your business from like kind of going through the motions to having a purpose and an intention behind what you were doing?
Yes. Well, like, so my why wasn't like, you have to have, like, your why has to be greater. Like, your why has to be strong enough, I think, for you to have like a motive. Like, my why wasn't strong enough in the beginning. Now it is. And well, so I plug in, like, I wasn't doing the Zooms like crazy in the beginning. Now, every chance I get, I'm usually on all of the Zooms. I I wasn't very coachable in the beginning. And now, like, no, I'm very coachable. Well, I try to be anyways. Like, I have my moments, but I'm I try to be coachable, and I just listen to the things that are being done, like all the tips that you guys share, to the team pages. Like, I read them. Like, you just have to plug in. You have to be consistent. That is like a huge thing. Like, being consistent. I wasn't very consistent. Like, I did post on my page in the beginning, but I wasn't being very consistent, and I was like super overwhelmed with the following up process. But now I just, like, if I have to go for the weekend, like, go Friday, well, start Thursday night and then just end on like Saturday night with follow-ups. That's just what I have to do to follow up with all the people that showed interest in the business or the products. And yeah, I have my organization, self-development. I hear self-development a lot, and I thought that was silly in the beginning, but it's like real. You really have to do self-development, or like journal. Journaling is a really good thing to do too. Whatever's bothering you, like if you feel like something's bothering you and that's like coming in the way, talk to your leader, journal, you know, try to do something like to change what's going on.
Yes. Yep. Guys, we're just going to
Yeah.
keep saying it. Personal development and be consistent. Like if you're not where you want to be, you just have to like take responsibility for that and recognize you're the reason that you're not where you want to be. It's not your downline's fault, not your husband's fault, not your kids' fault, it's not your sideline's fault, it's not your upline's fault. It's your name in E-Suite. So you need to build your own business and figure out what you need to do to get to that next level. So Heather, so you're doing host to post, right? Are you just like following the thing in the Amazon giveaway post?
Yes, and I'm going crazy with host to post. Holy crap, like in the beginning I was not like doing that much of host to post, or like, bothering with asking, oh, well, can you post on your page for me? And now I'm trying. Okay, so I try not, I'll get less. If I get less than 10, I will keep my eyes peeled, opened all night until I get at least 10. But I try to shoot for like 20 to 30 host to post a day. And I'm organizing them. I think on Andrea just explained it too, of how you can keep track of them. That's what I have been doing, and it's so much easier to bump them. I don't bump my host to post just one time. I try to do it 2 to 3 times a day, because then it's back through, like, new eyes are seeing it. And following up and host to post have been like, and listening to my leaders have been like a super game changer for me. And it's pretty exciting, because I, like, Sarah, to be honest, where the switch come in place, because like it's super exciting. My business is like super, it's more fun when you're like, around people, talking to people, trying to help people. It's just a good thing. I just love this business so much. It's changing my family's life like crazy.
Yeah, I feel like so many times we're afraid to work hard, and we're afraid to work hard because we're afraid that like we're going to work hard and it's not going to be worth the results, that we're not going to get the payoff that we want from it. But like, if you guys do these host to posts and you do them consistently and you do them in the numbers that we're saying, 10 host to posts per day does not have to take a lot of time to get done. And if you want to go above and beyond that and get even bigger results, you can, like, absolutely you can. But if you do 10 a day and you do it consistently, then you are going to see your business just start to really explode. You're going to build that momentum up, and it's going to be 100% worth it. And you're going to have fun. Working hard does not mean killing yourself. Like, we are, we're in the trenches and we're hustling and we're like on our phones all day, but we're not on our phones all day wasting our time. Like, I don't mind being on my phone with my kids by my side if I know it's because I'm signing customers and because I'm signing distributors. So if you are building your business this way, you're going to be getting results and you're going to be getting those wins, and it's going to be like, woohoo, woohoo, like connect app notifications like crazy. And you're going to be having a blast doing it. And then Nicole, and like, I think you've even led a couple of the power hours. So you can be hopping on during the day and working with other people. And it's like having coworkers, like you're being in that environment where you're around other people and celebrating each other's wins. Like, you can work hard here, you can have fun, and you can make a lot of money. And like, where else can you do that? So, okay. So Heather, are you like, you're keeping track of your people, and then are people just like automatically signing? Or are you having to be super consistent about following up with people?
Actually, it's been a couple people have been like, I have to follow up a few times to even have them order. But when people tell me, I wanted to mention this too, when people tell me, say they wanted like the triple threat, if people tell me that they cannot afford the triple threat, I'm always like, okay, well, this month you can start with whatever product, you know what I mean? Like, I'll just list the product, like the ThermoFight X. I'll say, you know, so you can start with that this month, and then like we can figure it out later, you know, about the rest. And yeah, it's just following up and making sure that I write these people down, because I know this is another thing. In the beginning, I wasn't like, if I was out and about and these people would message me, like I was skipping out on people. I wasn't getting everybody's names down. And then, yeah, so you have to, also I wanted to say too, like your charts, if you write your charts down stuff, which I just like, to be honest, I'm learning my chart, and like I'm pretty sure I know how to do it now. And if you don't know what you're going for, then I feel like, what are you going for? If that makes any sense. Okay, yeah, see? Okay. Like, you have to know what your goals are, and like what you're going for. Yeah.
Yep. Courtney Vogel said it on the May kickoff Zoom. She said, guys, get your chart out. Even if you have no idea what any of it means, like, ask somebody, watch a charting video, figure it out. Because if you don't have a chart, then you don't have a destination. That's like getting in your car and driving around randomly and being mad that you didn't end up somewhere yet. You didn't even decide where you were going. So you have to have that chart out to know exactly where you're going. And for 5 months in this business, I did not promote. I didn't promote. I enrolled some random customers and I enrolled some random distributors and got some fast start bonuses, but I didn't promote because I was so intimidated by charting. I just refused to look at one. I was like, nope, I'm never promoting. Whatever. I'll just earn fast starts and commission forever. And then somebody came along, Jade came along, and she said, hey, you're going Ruby this month. Are you ready for this? I was like, I am. She said, yep, this is your Ruby chart. This is what you need. You need customers, you need distributors. This is how many customers, this is how many distributors. I was like, okay, all right, yeah, let's do that. So I had the destination now, and somebody else had to give it to me. But if you like take responsibility of that yourself, and like, I mean, it wasn't somebody else's fault that they hadn't come along to me earlier and shown me a chart. Like, I should have been proactive about it and done it. But then once somebody did that for me, I went, oh, okay, yeah, so I'm going to do this. So for you guys who maybe you don't have an upline, take responsibility for your own business and get your own chart and figure it out. Watch charting videos, how-tos, like, just try, figure it out. You will figure it out eventually. For those of you guys who are leaders, don't count anybody out on your team. Show everybody a chart. Shelby was talking about it. She said she even put Ruby charts in front of the people who were a 400 box for her because like people want to promote. So put a chart in front of them and just say, hey, this is what you're doing this month. Are you ready for this? You need 3 distributors. And we're like, what? 3 distributors? Okay, I got it. I didn't even know what a Ruby needed before, but now I know. So 3 distributors, that's my goal. Got it. So put that chart in front of people, get that chart in front of yourself, and just figure it out so that you have a destination. Because if you're building this business with no intention and no destination in mind, you're not going to enroll people. We do the 10 host to post a day with the intention of enrolling customers and distributors. And we have the intention of enrolling customers and distributors to hit our promotions, to hit that next rank, to help somebody on our team promote, something like that. So Heather, so good. I'm going to let you go. Can you just leave everybody with like one more nugget before we hop off?
Yes. My recommendation for this whole team would be not to do what I did. No, but like to be consistent, follow up, give or listen to the tips that are given by your leaders because it's working for them and it can work for you. You just have to plug it in. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. It was all good stuff. Guys, can we everybody like drop in the chat real quick an aha moment tonight, something that you got out of this that just like totally blew your mind that you're going to take and run with it from here on out? I'll give it a minute, but I'm so proud of you guys. Like this team, I'm just seeing so many up and coming leaders. I'm seeing people who are like pushing like never before for promotions, people who have counted themselves out for so long, who are just like taking responsibility for their businesses and deciding, you know what, it's not too late for me. I'm not behind because this isn't a race and I'm ready to jump off the bench and get into the game. Let's see, I'm reading the chat, the aha moments. Okay, doing up the 10 host to post or more. Yep. Success leaves clues. Yep. Doing what the successful people do, guys. Just do what successful people do. That's the easiest way to be successful in this. Using the tracker. Yep. Using the text replacement app keeps it so simple and fast. Yeah, you guys, everything is in my my Wordboard app. I have a video on my YouTube channel about how I use it, but this is the app. So I don't know if you can see my screen. Am I big on this? Am I the one showing up big? It's like not showing me. I don't know, but so this is all of the folders that I have. So I created folders. So how you do that in the Wordboard app is you click this plus sign and then you're going to click folder. So then within the folder, I have like my potential distributor conversation. I have what to say to people who, oh my gosh, what to say to people who want to pre-sell. So the people who want to join for $0. I have a folder for like overcoming objections about getting started in the business. I have a folder for how getting my new distributors trained. So like it's just a button for each step. And then I have host a post and I have host a story. So like if I go into host a post, that's got reaching out about the host a post. It's got your comment on my giveaway post. This is what you do to get an entry. It's got, okay, after they post saying, thank you so much, I've got you entered. Hey, side note, have you ever thought about doing this with me? I just took a look at your page and I think you'd be amazing at this. I've got the response for if somebody comments on a hosted post where I'm saying, hey, I added you as a friend and sent you a message. Send me a message back so that it shows up in your inbox. And then I have the TFX host to post, another TFX host to post, just with like different emoji options. And then I have what to message the people who comment, the info to give them about the TFX, the price to give them. And then I have like all of the hair, skin, and nails host to post and what to say back. And then I have distributor host to post. And then in my host a story for Instagram, it's just the reach out, what to put on their story. And then I have the picture saved and I have it in a folder in my picture, like my camera roll. I have a specific folder for my host to post pictures and my host to story pictures. And then after they post, it for me. I say, perfect, thank you so much, you're entered. Side note, have you ever thought about doing this with me? I creeped your page. I think you'd be amazing at this. So just literally any conversation that I have with people, I create a folder for it. And I'm like, cause I'm going to have this conversation at some point again. So I just want to have it real quick. So that's how you can get these conversations like boom, boom, boom through them quickly without having to go, okay, double tap, go back to my notes. Okay, scroll through that and find it. And so you don't have to go into the chats and be like, hi guys, what does TFX do again? I know I asked 25 times already, but what is it? I forgot to save it in my phone. Like, save it in your phone and it's there forever. You don't have to ask ever again. You don't have to wait for somebody to answer your question to be able to like have a conversation with people. Yes, so that is just such a huge time saver. And that's what we're here. We're here to get more done in less time, right? Following up, I'm not going to be afraid of bothering people anymore. Awesome. Self-development. Yep. Key word board, having a why. Yes, you guys. So when I started this business, like I didn't really have a strong why. And like they say, have a why that makes you cry, but I'm not a crier. So like, that's not a thing for me, but having a why that makes you go, this is what I want. Like, I'm hungry for this. This makes me hungry. I want this. And it being your why. It can't be your husband's why. It can't be your boyfriend's why. It has to be a why that actually makes you go, I cannot wait to work my business today and enroll tons of customers and distributors because I want to buy myself a new car in fast start bonuses, because I want to pay my mortgage in fast start bonuses, because I want to get us off of government assistance, because I want to be able to get my hair and nails done anytime I feel like it, because I want to take my kids to Disney World in cash, because I have $60,000 in debt that I want to pay off. Like, it has to be a thing that like matters to you. If you don't have one yet, make a dream board. Mine is not fancy. Okay. It's just a list of things that I want to do, like renovations that we want to do to our house now. But my first dream board was like, quit waiting tables, because I hated it. Like those kinds of things. Pay off one of my credit cards, which was like a couple of $1,000s. So that's what a dream board starts off at. So write those things down, and your why is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger once you start checking things off of a dream board. And then eventually you're going to need a why that's like beyond yourself, because you have so many things that you wanted. You're like, I don't even know how to dream bigger. And then you start dreaming bigger for other people, and your why becomes, because you want to help as many people as you can build the life that you have built for yourself. But just start with what gets you excited. When you hit that submit button, what was the picture that flashed in your brain of what your life was going to look like because of this business? That's your why. That right there. Like, don't overcomplicate it. That's your why. What did you want this business to do for you when you hit that submit button to sign up as a distributor? Okay, let's see. Gonna push to do more host to post. Stay plugged in. Yes, guys, stay plugged in. Like, keep your cup full. Counting myself out, and I'm on my third LC of the day. Go Dawn. Yes, yes, yes. Bringing in new customers every single day. Yep. Self-development. Love it. Love it. So many good things. Okay. So the word board app, TextBand works for Android, I guess. Fire tablet is Heather. Being a product of the product. Yep. Yep, that's super important too. I don't know if we talked about it tonight, you guys, but like, I'm gonna say it. Get yourself an auto shipment, and if you can't afford it, go sign some distributors and some customers and sell some samples, and use that money to pay for your auto shipment. Because if you aren't using the products yourself, like, it is just so much more fun posting about products that you're actually using. Like, I drank Immunity today, and I posted a video of me drinking my Immunity and just talking about it. I post videos of me making coffee almost every single day. If not a video of me making it, at least a video of me drinking it. Just whatever you can do, figure it out, because that is an investment in your business that will pay you back tenfold. Because when I'm talking to somebody and I'm recommending the triple threat, I sign triple threats because I use triple threats, and I can say, so what I personally use and have lost 50 pounds 3 times with is the triple threat. And they're like, oh shoot, okay, yeah, let's do that then. I sign tons of triple threats because it's what I use. So get yourself, and that's like, you can have a triple threat of anything. If you don't want to lose weight, get yourself the whole Dr. Nassif skincare line. My skin has been completely transformed. And it was already really good from our original skincare line. But then the Dr. Nassif line, like, use that whole thing, get incredible lash results, and sell tons and tons of skincare stuff. But figure out like any 3 products that you're like, yep, I want to do that. Or get yourself on greens, reds, and cleanse. Like, everybody could use a good detox. Get yourself on just celery. Everybody could use just celery. So just figure out 3 products that you want to be like an expert on, that you want to fall absolutely in love with, and put them on your auto shipment. And then be like, okay, $100. I better go sign some distributors and then get them their customers so that I can like pay myself back for my auto shipment. Like, it scared me at first, but then I just used it as my motivation to make sure that I was doing the things that I needed to do for my business every month to make sure my business was like paying for itself, you know? Okay. So we're at 9:00. I'm pretty sure Jade has like a work Zoom or something that's about to start on her Zoom. So I'm going to wrap it up there, but thank you guys so much for hopping on. I'm glad that you guys got so many takeaways from this. I hope you're loving this, because we have like way more people who are just blowing it up right now. So like, I had a really hard time picking which 3 top enrollers for the week were going to be our guests tonight. So if you want to be on one of these as a host, you better get yourself to enrolling, you know, blow up that downline activity, and you can be on this and sharing all your tips too. Okay. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to wrap it up there. All right. Bye, everybody.